Oh, what a tangled web we weave, when at first we start to deceive. This quote is from a poem, Marmion, A Tale of Flodden, by Sir Walter Scott. The meaning behind it is that when you lie or act dishonestly, you are initiating problems and a domino structure of complications which eventually run out of control. Who else thinks this sums up YouTube in a nutshell? Before we start trying to untangle this particular drama web, I need to make a disclaimer. In no way am I accusing anyone. I am simply showing you what I found in my research. At the end of the video, I do state some personal opinions, but they are just my thoughts. It's up to you to make your own conclusions from this video. In June 2020, Cynthia made a video that stated she had to call the police because someone put a note on her apartment building calling her a racist.
It is, say, 6:30. The super just messaged me that this morning on the front door of the building, this was found.
Then in August 2020, she believes the same person left a letter, later turned out to be a plaque of some sort on a bench she used to sit on.
I sat on that bench, made my video, posted it. Someone made a comment that you should look on that bench. I'm like, oh man, because I didn't know, maybe we videotaped in New York, sometimes there's graffiti, or God knows, I've had people blowing snots in the background, itching their crotches. I'm like, oh crap, what did I miss? So I'm like, most of the video was my head, so I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. So I had no idea what they're talking about. The video was fine. Then where did they message me? Oh, that was it. So then I got a message on, I think it was TikTok. They used the name Darcy, which I just had spoken about in another video, because Darcy and her sister have that new show and I don't like her. So this person used the name Darcy. So, oh, my arm, saying that there is a letter for you on that bench and you missed it, and that people are reading it, something like that. But then I realized this person is probably the same person that put up the sign on the front door of the building that Cynthia Beaumont's a racist.
The person who did these actions was a man who used to live in her apartment building when he was younger with his father. Cynthia had her suspicions but didn't have any concrete evidence until she received the letter, or letters, which I will get into a bit more later. But for now, let's look into her stalker. Jimmy, her old neighbor, did public posts regarding the incidents and later would post a video of him actually doing the actions. Feel free to pause to read the screenshots. There will be a few that I will read out loud, but just portions. My current involvement in this whole situation started when I found out Tommy died. I googled his name to see an obituary or services or something, which led me to Gossip Guru and everything that I found out about her treatment of Tommy during his sickness. Then I started watching some of the YouTube videos that were posted of her wretched, horrific treatment of a guy going through one of the worst diseases that can ravage the human body. Many people think Jimmy did nothing wrong, that Cynthia Beaumont deserved this. But, like I have said before, you truly do not know who you are actually dealing with on the internet. In February 2021, Jimmy was involved in another incident that did not involve Cynthia, but I think that it shows the kind of person he is. This shows how serious the charges are and what grade they fell on. The summary offenses, misdemeanor, and felonies. Jimmy was very much capable of hurting Cynthia, and admitted that it was the videos and gossip sites that fueled the anger. So be aware that saying it's just YouTube can actually affect someone's life in the real world. As I said before, Cynthia had her suspicions that it was Jimmy, but finally had the evidence when someone sent her a letter in September 2020 with screenshots of Jimmy that he posted himself. Sorry for the poor audio.
This is the note that I put on her door. This is timestamp in my phone showing you geotags. Front door of the building. Same thing. Geotags. That's the thing I put on the bench for your uncle. This is a video of living on the bench. Where's it coming from? And just doing a little recon work. Video I made in front of the building. Air conditioner. Once again.
At the time of receiving this information, Cynthia did not reveal the source. Later, Cynthia had to remove the video because of all the personal information she showed on Jimmy.
You posted about me using your name, showing your name. So why are you upset that I showed your name with the pictures, with your little boobie hanging out? I thought it was a cute picture. I really did. So why are you upset, man? You posted all this publicly, harassing me, saying you're going to put the fear of God in me, and you had something planned for me. You posted threats about me publicly, and now he's crying to YouTube to remove the videos. So I will put the links down below. If you haven't checked out the videos, do so.
If you thought all that drama was crazy, it gets worse. February 2021, Cynthia revealed her secret source of this information. She stated that it was JoJo Love's life.
This was the secret. JoJo was the whistleblower in the stalking case. JoJo is the one who ratted out Jimmy. JoJo.
JoJo denied that it was her and immediately pointed the finger at Janney.
And to Nurse Ratchet, we know it was you that sent that letter. You were pissed that you got kicked out of the secret group that doesn't even exist. You blamed me for it? Really? Well, You shouldn't have signed my name. You shouldn't have put information about me, Nurse Ratchet, because we know it was you. Everybody knows it was you.
One thing I would like to point out regarding her video was that she specified the state where the letter was written from.
Cynthia Beaumont, you owe me an apology, because New Jersey is not where I live, and you know that. So for you to say that I sent that letter back in October, it's more than incorrect.
So, yeah, I said it in the beginning. Had you had been nicer about it, maybe I would have. But no, I like how in your video you're saying that you had evidence and all that. And the only evidence that all these fucks had was because they kept pounding me on the email. They kept messaging me, what state was it postmarked from? And these all wanted to see the postmark. And these all were convinced yous had evidence. Yous all had proof of who it was. The only person that has the proof is me, right here. Crazy. So then I was getting bombarded with comments, bombarded with emails, demanding the zip code. What's the zip code? What's the zip code? What's the state? What's the state? The postmark, the postmark. I mean, Jesus, it was just like, what? And like, you just don't get how crazy this gets. They come to me. I mean, this person literally made up a email account and called themselves Lady Whistleblower, reaching out to me, and then I wouldn't answer her. I'm like, well, I'll tell you if you tell me first who you think it is. And then they write back, I'm not playing games. I write back, you're the one lady who's playing games with me. I just kept going at it and at it and at it.
JoJo made her video before Cynthia showed the postmark. Maybe JoJo is whistleblower? This secret group intrigued me, especially since JoJo said it did not exist. But if it didn't exist, why would Janney be upset? I don't know the truth, but I do believe there is more to this story, and some do agree with me. There is some controversy about a secret Facebook group that was solely created to hate on Cynthia. Some content creators are denying the existence, while others are saying it wasn't secret or a hate group.
Secret group that doesn't even exist.
You sure you don't want to retract that statement, JoJo? Oh, never mind. You just deleted it like everything else you put on the internet. There was so much more I found, but to make this video not as long as Gone with the Wind, I just gave you some basics so you can get the idea. The sad part of this group, from what I read, they hate Cynthia so much that if Jimmy did harm her in some way or even took her life, they would probably celebrate the act. So much hate for a stranger on the internet. I'm not white knighting for Cynthia. She can be a horrible person, hence my videos, but I would not wish any harm to come to her. Shade is shade, but what Jimmy did crossed a line. Now some of my personal thoughts about the situation in Janney. Talking to Annie off of YouTube, I have learned a lot about this lady. She has been through hell and back in her life. She deals daily with health issues. Is she perfect? Hell no. She puts her foot in her mouth all the time. She sometimes cracks inappropriate jokes. She lets her emotions get away from her too easily. Personally, we have had our ups and downs, but you don't see us putting that out on YouTube. In fact, we were not even friends for a while. She can be a wackadoodle, but she is a wackadoodle with a good and kind heart. She is a straight shooter, and it can get her into trouble. But she does not deserve the hate that she gets. She was being nice to Cynthia Beaumont and sent her a diamond painting card which Cynthia ripped up and then called her horrible names. Why? All because Annie did a video on her and was laughing about the butterfly crown. People hated on her for that. Annie tried to do a memorial for Tommy, but she was new to doing live streams and wasn't very organized, and it turned into a shit show. After the mess, everyone gathered in Pam Talks live stream to make fun of her. People hated on her for that. They invited Annie to this secret Facebook group, then kicked her out and doxed her real name, which then led Angie Lee to find all the worst moments of her life and share them on YouTube. People hated on her for that. Now everyone is accusing her of setting up JoJo. People are hating on her for that. It seems like the same few people really have it out for Annie, and I would not put it past any one of them to try to set her up. She is a giving person, and a lot of people have her writing, and so anybody could have copied it. But you know what, honestly, I don't care. Even if she did do it, she cannot win either way. She denies it, nobody will believe her. If she admits it, they will never, ever let it go. It's a no-win situation. Through all this drama, I would still rather have her as a friend than someone who is fake on YouTube, or be friends with someone who shares or talks about personal DMs when they have a falling out. Oh, one more thing. I think it's pretty shitty when someone is nice to you in emails, then talking smack about you to other people. Pam Talks and her friend Louise, you guys should be ashamed of yourself for doing what you did. If people dislike me for voicing my opinions, then so be it. But I promised myself when I started my channel that I would stay true to myself, and I almost got caught up in the bullshit and fakeness.
Pew, pew. Pew, pew.
Is it cookie?